framework is another word for contract. It's an agreement put in place with the provider or number of providers for orders to be placed against framework services.
A provider and contracting authority need a contract in place to ensure they are both legally covered. We cover both the contracting authority and the provider by creating a generic framework agreement. This includes generic terms and conditions. This is to ensure that the provider delivers in line with the framework specification. The framework agreement is then approved by YPO and the providers that are awarded onto the framework, and this can't be amended. A call-off contract is between the contracting authority and the provider. Amendments can be made to these, but it needs to be agreed by both parties.
A contracting authority is any public sector organisation. All public sector organisations can buy apprenticeships through the YPO framework.
We procured the apprenticeship framework through the light touch regime. The reason we did it through the light touch regime is to help the challenges within the market that we faced, and other routes to market didn't allow us to create the solution that we would have liked to. The challenges we needed to overcome were adding standards as and when they were released by the Institute for Apprenticeships, adding providers as and when the new standards came on board, and allowing customers to do direct award and further competition via the framework.
The light touch regime is a directive which contains a more relaxed set of specific rules for certain service contracts. It allows us to have the flexibility to use any process or procedure to create the procurement, so long as we are fair and transparent throughout.
A contracting authority can procure all types of apprenticeships via the framework. The framework is structured into 3 tiers: region, route and standard. So first you find the region of the UK that you're based in. Then you find the apprenticeship route that you're interested in. The routes are prescribed by the Institute of Apprenticeships as a way of categorising all of the standards, and under each route you'll find the standards.
We decided to create a sub-criteria that would help you make a more efficient decision when carrying out your direct award and further competition. You can filter the sub-criteria for each standard based on the following areas: Ofsted rating, region, intake capacities and several more.
There are many different types of call-off available via the apprenticeship framework. Only providers that can meet the set criteria will be invited to bid. Contracting authorities may wish to have a single provider to deliver across multiple standards. The contracting authority will then analyse which providers can deliver across those multiple standards and carry out a further competition and a direct award. Contracting authorities may have multiple locations across the UK. They may need a single provider to deliver across those different regions. Where this is relevant, the contracting authority will assess which providers can deliver across those different regions and carry out a further competition or a direct award. Contracting authorities may wish to collaborate when procuring different standards, however they may be based across different regions of the UK. The lead contracting authority would assess which providers can deliver across the multiple regions, and then a direct award or further competition can be carried out. Contracting authorities may wish to utilise the framework on a one-off basis. This may be for a single standard or multiple standards. Some contracting authorities may wish to utilise the framework to meet all of their apprenticeship needs. This may be through a long-term contract. You may wish to use it to procure a single standard on a long-term basis or multiple standards over a long-term basis. This will help you to create a partnership with providers in the sector.
A direct award occurs when a call-off contract is awarded directly to a provider based on analysis of quality and price. They are normally used for one-off or simple requirements. Further competition is used when your requirements are a little bit more complicated. In order to get the best end result, you'll open a competition to compare services through quality and price between different providers.